Hey guys, Portia here, and today I want to share with you all exactly how I got down to this rainbow finish beneath this powdered coated tumbler. Now I did get the tumbler from Amazon. I'll link it in the description. Anyway, it was a lot of trial and error to get down to this point. My very first burn, y'all, did not go well. I got down to black metal. Initially, I thought it was soot, so I was using rubbing alcohol to just rub and scrub until I realized, I'm like, wait, this soot ain't going nowhere. So hopefully, by me sharing my settings with you all, you'll have a much easier journey getting to this beautiful finish than I did. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's talk equipment first. I have the Loklik iEngrave. I have a full review. I will link that in the description. But this is a 10-watt laser. And if we lift this up, on the inside here, I have already set up my rotary attachment, and it's pretty much just a couple of steps. You get your rotary, you set it to the laser, and then there are some settings that I will show you in my software that you set up to ensure that it's working correctly. Now this is an aluminum sheet, and I put this down to help protect my surface. You also see the blue tape. The blue tape is here so that it is stable and it does not move. So I've tacked it down in a couple of different places. You see blue tape on my wheels. What I was doing there a little bit earlier was to make sure, like a little test, to make sure the tape aligned with each other when the wheels were to turn, and I just forgot to take them off. But let's go ahead and jump into software next. I am using Lightburn for my software. I have already set it up so that the laser is communicating with Lightburn, and I set up the rotary as well. Now I will link in the description the Loklik videos that show exactly how to set up the rotary in Lightburn, as well as how to set up the laser in Lightburn. The first thing I want to do is go over to rotary setup so I can share with you all my settings. So rotary is enabled. I have 40 millimeters per rotation, 15.5 millimeter roller diameter. Now, I don't believe this is exactly the manufacturer's recommendation, but after some testing, this is what works for me. Now, you don't have to put these numbers in. It's just nice to know if you go ahead and measure the diameter and circumference of your tumbler. And then, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Test, test, test. Let's move on and bring in a project. So I am pretty much creating a personalized LV tumbler for a friend, and let's bring that in now. I already have the measurements, so I brought in to Canva. Now I did make this in Canva. I brought the design in, and then I took out some of the pattern there so that I can nestle the name somewhere around the middle. And I brought it into the measurements that the actual tumbler is. And did I write that down? So the height, because it has a little bit of the rainbow ring up top, the height is 7.5 inches, and the width or the circumference is 9.14 inches with the circumference. So that is how I brought the design in already to the size that I needed it. Now, say for instance, you decide to size afterwards. Up here, you see that the width and height is in millimeters. But if we were to just say, let me see, 5, and we say IN and hit enter, it's automatically going to convert over to millimeters. But of course, that's not what we need today. So we're just going to go ahead and undo. Now that we have a project here, let's see, settings. So I want to talk settings for our actual cut. So we have this highlighted. I want to click on image here. And I want you all to see that I have, I guess, I want you to see my specific settings that worked for this 10-watt laser, but of course I can't repeat this enough. Test, test, test. So remember guys, the goal here in working with the rainbow tumblers is to gently remove the top powder coat to reveal the rainbow finish without exposing the raw metal. Let's start with speed. I have my speed here at 1200, and I will share with you all, you can go between 900 and 1200. I will put a graphic on the screen so you guys can follow along. I have my power set at 40%, and with these powder coat tumblers, about 25 to 40% is good, depending on the color. So I'll share a note I'll share a note with you guys on that a little bit later. Let's see here, number of passes, just one pass. So it's pretty much, I'm just skimming that powder coat off. That's what I'm trying to do, so I don't need more than one pass. Line interval, and I have my line interval set at 0.0799. Let's see, oh yeah, threshold. So here you can kind of select different things, and I pretty much have a basic black and white image. So my image mode is set to threshold, and you have a definition here. So this is simple black white, used for outlines or images dithered outside of Lightburn. And as I already mentioned, I made my image in Canva. The next thing, what I like to do is frame. So frame pretty much shows me where my pattern is going to land on the tumbler. So after I see that I have framed it, I like to take a look at how long the job is going to take. And y'all, I'm gonna tell you, I was surprised, but I have a slower laser, 10 watt, and we are going at a slower speed and slower power. So y'all, when y'all see this, don't trip, but this did take approximately 5.5 hours to do. I will tell you, I set it and I kept peeking in on it, but I walked away. I was able to get some other stuff done. Of course, a more powerful laser could get the job done in a more timely fashion. But as for this pattern and me, it took about this time. So I like to always preview because it's going to give you a total estimate of time. And of course, in a few of my other test things took from as little as 30 seconds to 30 minutes, depending upon the intricacy of the design. And the last thing left to do after we have ensured that everything is set up properly is to go ahead and hit start. We will send the design to the laser, and hopefully all will be well. And we are all done. Move that out the way. So we have all this soot on here. So let's go ahead and clean it up and see what we got. All right, and the last thing I want to do is to take a look in natural sunlight. Okay guys, we are all done. Check it out. I really love the shimmer that the anodized rainbow color really gives off. It adds a lot of personality to a rather simple tumbler. Did get these off of Amazon. It came in a pack of 4 with 4 different colors. So far I've only tested 2. That is going to be my major tip for you all for today. Always do a test, because not every tumbler manufacturer, your machine, all things are different. So each time you buy a set, once you get a manufacturer, you'll know those settings. But if you switch up, always test. That way you'll get the best results possible. But guys, this is all I have for you today. I just wanted to share with you my experience with cutting my very first full project with my laser cutter. If you have any questions or concerns, emotional outbursts, let me know. If you found the video helpful, could you go ahead and give it a like? But guys, as always, stay colorful, stay creative, and always find joy in the little things you do. Until next time, peace.